Hey guys, Tarek here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Crossing in the Woods. Playing today, spawning in the south, we have Archangel Micheal playing as the Brits, and his loadout is Vanguard, Commandos, and Special Weapons. Teaming up with him is Moonlight, playing as Soviets, who has Shock Rifle Frontline, Mechanized Support, and Guard Rifle Combined Arms. Off against them in the north, we have Slinter, playing as Ostheer, who has Spearhead, Jaeger Armor, and German Mechanized. Teaming up with him, we have Sock Blazin, playing as OKW, who has Scavenge, Breakthrough, and Grand Offensive. In terms of ranks, everyone here, random team, somewhere between the rank of 20 and 80, so pretty highly ranked all round. Two guys on a valiant charge there against the UC, but eventually have to give it up, taking too much damage. Conscripts maybe getting suppressed. Actually is threatening the flank. We're actually seeing Moonlight going for a very fast Maxim, which you don't see too often these days. It tends to perform pretty well in machine gun on machine gun violence. And here we go, getting that suppression in fast. Poe should be coming in for a flank here. At the moment it looks like maybe the MG42 is going to get forced off. In comes actually some Grenadiers for a flank, and that is a full retreat for Moonlight. But you're going for a tier 2 start. Does get you off to a very slow start. Soviets. Common engineers have to spend the time building the structure, then Maxims have a pretty long build time. So it means you're getting late to the field with some very slow units. So if your first engagement doesn't go too well, like that one just then, you are way behind. Tempo closing the distance on the conscript should win that one. Looks like some Volksgrenadiers have managed to sneak into this building right beside Archangel Micheal, which is a problem for him. He has secured the fuel over there. Conscripts out on negative cover here with Sturmpires right there. Moonlight getting off to a really tough start. UC finally forced away that squad, now coming to deal with this squad inside the building. But they should be pretty good stalling there for quite some time. Flamer coming forwards. Looks like it might only be hitting one model. It doesn't even look like it's hitting any models, in fact. Here we go. Wasn't doing very much damage on those first two flame bursts. And Maxim threatening to get flanked again. Squad's coming in from multiple angles, and we're actually seeing a mortar from Moonlight. Somewhat strange to see at this early stage. Also seen Blazin going for a really fast battle group. Which makes me wonder if he's going to go for like Scavenge with the Jaeger lights. Just to be when like a fast battle route works out kind of well, because it gives you access to those G43s on them. And nice early timing, and you can get away with just 3 squads, but no. Going for an infantry support gun. UC has been upgraded, coming across now. Gets a good flank on the MG42 here. Looks like he's not trying to retreat it, trying to go for a reposition. Unfortunately, you see, going to take a Faust here. 2 squads coming in, looking to finish the job with another Faust. I don't think it'll quite be enough though. And it isn't. Slinter took quite a few losses there. In fact, that's his second MG42. I didn't notice that from Slinter. camp there in the middle. So mortar will make sense in that case. And now Archangel Micheal actually gone for a Vickers himself. Ooh, forgetting about this, Tommy. Oh, retreats now. Luckily these squads have switched targets. Maybe they had their sight blocked briefly by these shrubs. But eventually these squads are going to get forced off. The UC with the upgrade, the Vickers pumping out the damage. He's pushed really far forwards here with the ISG to contributing in these fights as well. Oh, that could get wiped, looking likely to go down. In fact, late retreat there from Slinter. And loses his MG42. Suffered quite a few green model losses as well in that last push to try and get the UC. Puts down a bunker. Oh, and it looked like he was waiting around for the healing. Probably could have sent like this high health grenadier out. Start doing some fighting. It's high enough that it didn't really need it that much. Left the other one back there. Alright. 222 coming in for Slinter. Going to be coming in somewhat late timing though here. In the battlefield around 7 minutes. And back the other way. It is actually going to be a Jaeger light build from SOC. Interesting. And a early fuel cache going down for Slinter as well. This could leave the Axis very vulnerable to a T-70. No Puma or anything to counter that. Investing into the cache as well. Here comes 222. Going after the Universal Carrier. And it looks like he might get it here.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Ooh, a bit clumsy on the chase there, a bit long turning around, but back the other way. He's a bit late on the retreat with the machine gun. That goes down. You see still running away, but does end up going down to the 222. Sending a grenade into the building. Oof, big damage from the infantry support gun. Maybe not going to lose it because he didn't back the 222 around the corner. Meanwhile, got some combat in the middle as well. Axis pushing really deep into Allied territory. Did he just take down a Tommy there? Going for the salvage on the machine gun. Could steal it. Got 4 models. I think that'd probably be better in this case. Speaking of stolen machine guns, there's the MG42 forcing off Slinter's forces. Also gone for some shock troops. The fact that he's gone for shock troops does mean that this T-70 going to be heavily delayed. Just not going to have the manpower to put down tech and get out T-70. I think that's a mistake given how the game's going at the moment. I think the T-70 was a much better choice, and a very fast tech structure going down for blazing. Just illustrating how superior the Axis fuel control has been so far. Conscripts don't have AT grenades either, so can't do much against the 222 here. Let's go check Archangel Micheal. I'm pretty sure he did lose a section there, yeah. But once again, I saw this a couple of days ago. The Brit player not having the Royal Engineers anywhere near the Universal Carrier. No AT gun, no AEC, nothing to protect the Universal Carrier from an incoming 222. And it was like a late 222 as well. So a little bit sloppy there. Second fuel cache going down. Oh boy. But somewhat surprisingly, Slinter going for German Mechanised. I was kind of expecting to see Jaeger armor. But still do have spotting scopes available on this commander, which are very strong on this map. Oh boy, Archangel Micheal putting down a mortar pit right outside his base. Doesn't really have anything he can do about this building. Getting his teammate to come across with a flamer. Until that mortar pit goes down. It's, you know, one of the challenges with Brits sometimes. which is why you see so many snipers these days from the British players. Gives them some firepower against buildings. Here we go. Mortar Pit gets off to a really good start, forcing away Stern Pioneers there. Oh boy, and we're seeing a 250 teaming up with the 222 here, getting aggressive. And once again, Moonlight getting punished, going for those shock troops ahead of the T-70. So he's still got like close to 50 fuel. Could have had this T-70 out like 2 minutes ago. Just a little bit sharper on his timings. And T-70 comes out, does some pretty nice damage. So 222 very close to that Telemine though, gotta be careful. Looks like Slinter trying to bait him into it, but it does seem like it's a little bit too far in this direction to normal vehicle pathing. Maybe like here or here would be slightly better position for a Teller. Archangel Micheal getting control of the fuel. He was also a little bit late starting medic upgrades on his Tommies, which I found unusual. This contributes to more bleed. Using off track in its suppression form. Is that a Soviet mortar flare up there? Imagine it is. Spotting for the pack, I suppose. Allowing the T-70 to be a little bit more aggressive. And look at this. Blazing. Getting out a flak panzer at a blazing quick timing. Oof, gets out of the building just in the nick of time there. Do have a 6-pounder nearby. Very slow moving into position here though. Okay, there we go, gets a shot in on it there. Got the infantry support gun coming very far forwards. In fact, he's picked up a second one of those as well. But yeah, I see a fast flak panzer. Okay, maybe this is why he didn't go for the medic upgrades. Gone for a forward assembly in his base with the medics. Might not be necessary next patch. Generally, I'm not a big fan of doing that because it takes like 45 seconds to build the forward assembly. It's such a big time sink for your engineers in the early game to put that down to get your healing. It's a little bit risky, could go down here potentially. Goes across the river perhaps. That was a pretty good run there. The Allies are fighting back on the back of this T-70. Now backed up by the ZIS. Very, very close once again to that Telemine. This doesn't have a sweeper. He has the flamethrower squad. But yeah, as I said, if he moved the mine like slightly across to the right, he would have got the wipe. Like this is like a pretty rare path to take unless you're like bring your light vehicle along to fight a troop on this fuel point, which is maybe not quite so likely in a 2v2 scenario.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
222 coming through the middle here. G42 in a nice position to shut down the infantry though. And there's this barrage forcing everything away. Once again using the flares to spot. See a bit of a Soviet mortar usage there. Continuing it onto the 222, that's backing out. And what's going on in terms of tech? Slinter with a tremendous amount of resources. If he was going for a fast medium, should have had it on the field by about now. Clearly he's stretched to his limits right now. And he's forgetting about building anything at his base. Which is a shame, you know, you go for a the cash. Try and hit like a fast timing, something like that, and don't even get to capitalize on it now. He's lost a little bit of focus on that. But allies do seem to have stabilized. T70 doing a really good job for Moonlight on his side of the map. And Micheal actually starting to fight back. Waterpit doing quite a lot of health damage, even though it's not getting that many kills. White potential here. Oh, but he played it very conservatively, backing away with the T70 there. He just stayed close range. Tighten up the scatter a little bit. I think he could have got the wipe. He's playing very conservatively. Infantry support gun looks like that cleared out the Vickers. T70 coming in though. Pack is nearby but doesn't quite have the angle. Machine gun remaining in the... Oof. Double AT guns, in fact, from Archangel Micheal. Knock out the 222 there. And Slinter actually going for a Panzer IV command tank. Finally getting his tech down. But as you can see, he could have had a tank out like 3 minutes ago or so. Very late hitting this. And now double AT guns pushing through. Puts away the 250. Panzer hiding behind the trees. Getting some good damage in though in the meantime. Trying to knock out the cash, and there it goes. Small victory. Oh, is he going to finally hit it? There we go. Finally loses the T70 to that teller. Could lose Command as well, no. Oof, big Zis barrage. I heard some British base artillery coming down. Doesn't look like it's hitting too much though at the moment. Oh, and we've also got a howitzer going up for Slinter. Infantry forcing away the AT guns, allowing flak panzer to get in there, do some good damage. Looks like he's going to maintain control of his team weapons though. Very, very close call. And nice mine to protect the retreat path there. The Blazon has gone for a Mechanised regiment, and he's actually going for a walking Stuka. Which is interesting. Already has double infantry support guns for indirect fire, but triple down. Go for the walking Stuka as well. We'll leave him a little bit vulnerable to tanks. Let's have one with Kitten. Cromwell could just come along and ruin his day. Okay, we've got the 105 howitzer barrage dropped on the AT guns. Archangel Micheal hasn't noticed. Desperate to kill the flak panzer, but misses the killing blow. And here comes the arty. Ooh, okay. Micheal getting pretty lucky on the scatter there. Didn't take too many losses considering he waited very late before he started dodging.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
Interesting, putting the Zis into camo. Try and assist its escape. Oh, shock troops getting really deep into Axis territory. Could go down now. Nope, I'm not going to try and focus on the wipe. Marching up to cap with that squad. Very, very close to death though. Because set up in an aggressive position should be ripe. This infantry support gun to knock out. Or not, he's going to go for the walking Stuka barrage on it. Machine gun dodging now. And minor damage there. And interesting to see Blazing go for another Raketin at this stage. Might mean that he'll have PopCap issues when he comes to build his next tank.
Anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
Looks like Moonlight saving up for the IS-2. He's invested into a second AT gun in the meantime. And looks like the howitzer has fired at some stage. Got a little bit of veterancy, but looks like he's targeting the mortar pit region and not having too much success. Okay, this time another 105 coming down, doing some slightly better damage. And there we go, machine gun goes down to the infantry support guns. Nearly loses his Royal Engineers as well.
There's a crocodile ready to cause all kinds of havoc.
Off maze. Retreats to dodge. And there we go, Archangel Micheal also getting his heavy tank timing. Crocodile hitting the field. And the Axis are not very well prepared for this at all. 2 Raketins on the side of Blazing, but they're not that good against Crocodile since they do have slightly shorter range. Crocodile gets on top of them quite quickly. There we go. Good to see here. He puts a flame burst on the first one, then switches targeting to the second, and as you can see here, the double Raketins not making much of a dent on the Crocodile. It looks like one of them could go down now. But yeah, good control from Archangel Micheal. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got flame damage on the second one. Maybe they could have stuck around for a little bit longer. But should stick around and destroy that with the Crocodile. Slight mistake. Allies are about 120 VPs behind at this stage. And Axis do have this superior indirect fire, which can often win these kind of slug matches on crossing in the woods. Especially when there are no like ISU 152s or elephants around. These kind of matches are often determined by who gets rocket artillery first and who vets it up is more effective with it. Drop from Slinter. I think it was more just for scouting. But continuing to target the mortar pit with the howitzer is not resulting in too many kills. Scatter firing into the fog at this range is just like a little bit too high. And now here's the IS-2. Whoa, he's gone for a second howitzer. This is going to get punished so hard. He's got no anti-tank. This is a terrible decision. Got one pack as his anti-tank. This IS-2 is going to run rampant over his forces. Definitely some bad coordination between the Axis here as well. Go for 2 howitzers, 2 infantry support guns, and a walking Stuka. That is just way too much indirect fire, and they are getting punished for it now. Crocodile roasting through the Raketins, forcing the Axis back. IS-2 a little bit slow getting started here. Here it comes down the center. Looks like that is also targeting this area, but already repaired back up to full by some Anvil engineers there. Looks like this time the Howitzers not targeting so deep. And Crocodile coming in from the side, decrewing the pack. Moonlight again playing him maybe a little bit too passively. He got out of range for maybe 2 shots worth of damage on the P4 command tank. The 5 artillery falling. Flak Pan's in a bit of trouble, needs to blitz out. Gets away anyway. Close call, those should have blitzed. No need to take that risk. And Stuka dropping but not hitting anything. AT guns have already pulled back. And here comes a Panther from Sock. And these 2 AT guns are a little bit too closely parked, allowing the Panther to avoid much damage. He's going in for the Crocodile. Double AT guns, not quite at the right angle again, and the Panther makes it away. IS-2 still over here trying to do damage while it's severely hurt. Very surprised about that. Oh, and he hits another teller and he loses the IS-2. What a horrible collapse from the Allies. Bad AT gun control. Bad heavy tank control. Moonlight never getting a sweeper. Only just getting his second squad of combat engineers now. There's the ultimate price there, and there we go. Allies throw in the towel. Well, yeah, not the best match overall here. Definitely the Axis over-investing into indirect fire here. Should have got punished. But some clumsy heavy tank play. Panther arriving just in the nick of time for Blazin. Ends up sealing the match there. But yeah, not the best stuff I've seen so recently. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.